What's up? Welcome back, everyone. In the previous episode, we built out some web push notifications from a Rails application. Today, what I want to do is play around with the noticed gem from Chris Oliver of Go Rails fame. There is a screencast all about how to set up notifications with noticed, and there is a bunch of built-in notification methods out of the box. So very typical thing that you would do with a Rails app is send an email notification or send a Slack message or send a text. These are all things that are really, really common when you're trying to notify someone of some event happening. And so for our stock application where we're trying to track the trades that are happening on the SEC, when we see an interesting trade that we might want to be notified about so that we can take some action on it, we want to be notified in a couple different ways. And so we played around with web push. That was really fun. In the previous episode, if you want to go check out how to set up web push, it's pretty interesting. That's so they can get like a notification from Chrome as a push notification. But I wanted to go through the process and just play around with the notice gem and see if we can get this working. And so we've got database, we've got email, action cable, Slack, etc. So let's go through the process here. So we're gonna add noticed. We're gonna add noticed here to our tool. And then we're going to say Rails generate noticed model. And I don't actually have any user models yet, so I'm not sure if that's going to bite me. So I might need to go through and just like do a lightning round of adding devise or something. Not sure. So, all right. So Rails generate noticed model. It looks like it created a model called notification. All right. Good thing in the previous episode, we called our notification model web push notification. I'm glad we did that because it would have collided with notification here. Then we're going to have recipient references, polymorphic, and it's got a type and it's got some data. All right, so I think we just need to run the migrations, right? Okay, so next steps, cool. So we just say Rails DB migrate, add has many notifications as recipient to your user models. Oh, darn. Okay, so I've got to go make some user models. I don't have users set up, so I'm going to go through and add devise. If you want to know how to add devise in user authentication, there's tons of episodes out there. I have one that I'll link to above. So yeah, I'm going to go add that and I'll be right back. All right, we're back in action. Devise is installed, up and running, and everything is working well with the basic devise. So now we should be able to go into our user model and add this method has many notifications as recipient dependent destroy to our user model. That was like the next instruction from the noticed gem was to add that line. Okay, so then the next thing we want to do is we want to actually like generate a notification. I think that's what it's called. So let's see. So Rails G noticed notification comment notification. So let's call ours like a form for notification. Whoops. So we'll say Rails generate noticed notification for a form for notification. And that'll create a class for us called form for notification. Let's go take a look at what that looks like. And you'll see that it's in the notifications directory under app notifications. This is pretty cool. And it inherits from noticed base. So that looks good. We want to deliver by database. Sure, that'll be like every time a form for notification happens or fires or whatever, it's saved in the database. Let's also store it in, let's do, what do we want to do? Yeah, let's do email also. All right, and user mailer. So we don't have a mailer. Let's call this like form for mailer. Rails G mailer form for mailer. Okay, and what else do we need? In order to see the emails, I think we want to use the letter opener gem. So let's open the gem file and drop in letter opener in our development settings. So gem letter opener. I think it's letter underscore opener. Yeah, sure. Okay. And then what we want to do is go into our development.rb and add that as our delivery method for action mailer. I think we need to do something like action mailer.delivery method is equal to letter opener. I'm not 100%. Let's go take a look. Delivery method. Okay. Oh, maybe we need this also. Okay. All right, so let's just test our mailer. Form for mailer. What is this? Oh gosh, I forget how all of this works. Rails mailer. Oh gosh, action mailer basics. So we have to create a method, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll just say form for, or like, yeah, form for filed, and we'll send it to test@example.com, and the subject is just like form for filed. And we'll keep it super simple like that. Okay, so now if we go back to our form for notification, okay, so that's our mailer. I wonder how we tell it which method to use on that mailer. I don't know. All right, so let's just play around with this a little bit and see if we can like run this. So form for notification with post. Yeah, sure. So let's open Rails console and try to play around here. So how does this actually work? We say form for notification with nothing dot deliver, like user.first, wrong number of arguments, 0 given, 1 expected to with. Okay. Let's say that it requires the form for, and we'll just give it with form for dot first. Okay. All right, undefined method form for notification for action mailer. So I'm guessing we have to name our method in the mailer that name. So form for mailer. So in here, we have to call this form for notification. So let's try this again. So reload and fire missing template. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is actually getting pretty close. So we go to our views, our mailers, and then we have to add form for notification.html.erb. And in here, we'll just say like, there was a form for. I wonder too, if this form for notification is going to receive the form for as an argument. Form for, let's say puts, I'm a form for in the mailer. Form for, I don't know if that's going to actually happen. Let's see. Reload. I just made 2 changes at the same time. So, yeah. I don't know if this is actually going to have anything. Okay, wow. Boom, that's so crazy easy. I love it. Okay, so there was a form for. This is letter opener. Letter opener just opens it in the browser. So here we see it. We see form for was filed. And the delivery methods for the email, fired. That's pretty cool. And then I think this might be the one that it's stuck in the database. So if we go to like user.first.notifications, does that have, oh, look at that, tons of notifications. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the notifications have reference to the form for. That's really cool. So the form for, okay, this is super cool. So if we say user.first.notifications, user.first.notifications.first, and then we say like n.params, and okay, this is super cool. Okay, so now we can say like n.params and pull off the form for. And what can we even do like dot form, or can we do like n.form for? No, n. Okay, that would be kind of cool. But n.params form for, that's like the actual object. So that's pretty sweet. Okay. Wow, I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so that is how you set up I guess that's how you set up Noticed. Notice, or yeah, like the Noticed gem. So that was incredibly easy, and we were able to both create database notifications. That would be for like if you have some view where you're showing all the notifications in the UI for our form for tracker. So if we had like a notifications controller and we were showing all the notifications that happened, we would do that. Actually, let's do that now. So if we go to like our notifications controller, we have one because we were using this for, let's actually rename this. Okay. So we have a notifications controller, but we were using this for our web push notifications. So, and in fact, we should probably call it web push or web push subscriptions. So let's rename some stuff. I'm going to just speed this up. So okay, we're back. I've renamed our old notifications controller to web push subscriptions controller, which is a closer relation to the actual object. I should probably also rename the model from web push notification to web push subscription, because it is actually more of a subscription for web pushes. But what I wanted to do now was actually create the concept of the association between a web push notification and a user. So let's do that now. So I'm going to say Rails G migration, add user to web push notification, user references. Okay, web push notification, and this is going to belongs to user. And now when we come in here and we refresh the page, migrations are pending, rake db migrate. Wait, did it fail? User ID contains null values. Okay, so let's just delete everything. Web push notification dot destroy all. Die. Okay. Refresh. No, we gotta rake db migrate, Rails db migrate, and I spelled it wrong. mg irate. Okay, Rails db migrate. All right, so we're gonna refresh the page here, and we got a 500 because what happened? Let's go to our server log. No implicit conversion of symbol into string. For what? Web push subscriptions controller. On line 16. Oh no, over here, web push notifications. Oh, send. Holy smokes, we can't call it send. Send is the meta programming method. Send, let's say publish. Yeah, that would be a really confusing bug. So send is a meta programming tool that all objects implement. And we should not call it send. It should definitely not be called send. All right, so it looks like we successfully registered. Now, if we go back to our database with Rails console and we say web push notification. So we're gonna say web push notification.last.publish. This is a test. Okay, and boom, we've got our web push notification. You can't see it on this screen, but if we come up here and we drop in, you can see this is a test. We've received a push notification message. Super cool. So now that is working, or that's like working again. So what I wanted to do was go through the process of building our own custom notification thing, delivery method. Okay, so there are a ton that are already built into Noticed. So we've got database, we've got email, Action Cable, Slack, Microsoft Teams, Twilio SMS, Vonage SMS, fallback notifications. Oh, interesting. So like if you put it in the database and it's not read after 15 minutes, then send an email. That's cool. That is super cool. Okay. And then critical system notification. So this is like, if it's not read in the email, then send it from Twilio. Wow, this is really cool. This is super neat. Okay, but this is the part that I wanted to look at, was custom delivery method. So what I wanted to do was try to generate a custom delivery method for web push so that I can just use Noticed and have web push notifications and email and database and whatever. So it looks like we say Rails G noticed delivery method, and then let's call it web push. And that should create a new delivery method called web push. And if we look at that class, what does this thing look like? All right, deliver, the logic for sending the notification. So here, I don't know what we have access to. So, yeah, so we're gonna wanna go, okay, so we wanna go to our notification tool that we already have. So web push, no, we wanna go to form for notification. And we want to add a new delivery method here. This is going to be called web push. And we're going to say that our class is delivery methods web push. Okay. So this is us adding our new delivery method web push, right? Okay. And then our class web push is a delivery method. Now we have to figure out how to write this actual the delivery method. And I don't actually know. So delivery methods have access to the following methods and attributes. The notification, that's the instance of the notification. Options, recipient, params. Okay, so I almost wonder if we want to take the recipient, iterate over all of its web push subscriptions that need to be renamed, and then try to deliver it that way. So let's just try it out. So let's say let's see, is it called recipient? Let's just say recipient dot, let's see. So on the user model, we don't actually have web push notifications associated yet. So let's say has many web push subscriptions, class name. I'm going to come back and rename it to web push subscription. And then I think that might be good to go. Let's see. Rails C user.last.web push subscriptions. Web push web push, yeah, notification. So we need to, because I didn't name the class web push subscription, I'm fixing the association to have the right name, or attempting to. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, so we want to iterate over the user's web push subscriptions and call publish on those. Right? We want to call this publish method with a message. All right, so we're going to go back to our web push delivery method and say recipient dot web push subscriptions dot each do sub, and we're going to say sub dot publish. And what we want to publish is, oh gosh, I mean, we probably want more than just a string value, but for now, let's just say like, yeah, so the notification, right, so notification.last is going to have the params form 4, so notification.last.params is form 4. And from the form 4, maybe we want the issuer's trading symbol. Okay, so let's just try to pull that off. And I think we might even have access to those params, right? The params passed into the notification. So if we just say like, maybe we can just say like form 4 is equal to params form 4. And then we can say publish form 4 dot issuer, what is it? Issuer trading symbol. And maybe that will publish things. I don't know. Let's try it out. You can override this to validate the delivery of things. All right, so that's cool. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Let's give it a whirl. So we want to go back to form for notification, or form form 4 notification, right? Yeah, so then we can say with form 4 and then deliver to current user. So form 4 notification dot with form 4 dot first dot deliver user dot first. Oh, this needs to be a symbol. Form 4 is missing. Oh, form 4. Okay, boom, we got our email notification. Oh my gosh, so cool. So Bitcoin, Coinbase. Coinbase was the trade that we cared about, and we got our email, we got our database, we got our push notification. So this is so awesome. Holy smokes, what a cool gem, and it's such a breeze to use. Thanks so much to Chris Oliver for making this. This is so epic. I love it. If you want to watch too, he's got like a cool little screencast here. We can go through the process of setting it up pretty quick. And yeah, this is what an awesome gem. Super easy. So in the next episode, I'm going to go through the process of building the poll mechanism that we're going to use to check the SEC's website on a really consistent basis to tell us if there's some interesting Form 4s. And then if there are, we're going to use this notifications tool to deliver those to folks who might be interested. I haven't decided yet if we're going to break it down into, like having some preferences or settings around which Form 4s you want to be notified about. But for now, we've got our notification set up, and I'm super pumped about using this custom delivery method so that we can like really easily add new delivery methods if we want to notify folks in different ways. So really, really awesome, awesome gem. And yeah, hopefully this was useful. If so, and if you enjoyed this video, I'd really, really appreciate it if you took just a quick second to like the video. If you're enjoying this content, we're going to make some more about different things you can do with Rails. And we hope you stick around. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the next one.